What's up, everybody? Welcome back to It Figures, and today we have the classic Darkseid DC Multiverse Mcfarlane Toys Megafig. There's the comic art on the back. There's the side, front, and the other side, DC Classic Darkseid. Bottom, top. Let's get him open. I pre-ordered this on Amazon. The reviews were not great. There was not a lot of reviews, but the ones that were posted were not great. But this is still something that I wanted, so I wanted to see for myself. Inside you get the card and the stand as usual. Let's see what this card says. I'm curious. It says Darkseid, DC Classic, real name, not available or not applicable. In the known DC multiverse, one name stands above all others when it comes to supreme villainy, Darkseid. Ruling over the hellish world of Apocalypse, Darkseid doesn't merely mean to conquer a planet or subjugate its enemies. He seeks to rob the entire universe of his free will and replace it with his own. Ooh, so that's a terrible guy right there. So let's check him out. This is what we got in the box. We got some hands that just fell out. We got a closed fist. See that right there? And we got a finger pointing hand. Like he's giving out orders. They have a cloth, wired cape, soft goods. That's nice. And you see we have the head sculpt with the Omega beam coming through his eyes. And then we have this regular solemn head sculpt. Not sure which one I want to use yet. Decisions. So this guy looks pretty good. Like I said, he has the wired cape. So that adds to the posability. These wired capes are always tricky though. It's nice to have them, but it's like you always have to tame them out of the box before you can actually start posing them. They're just like all over the place, and you got to get some type of stability to them. So that's a work in progress. I'll be trying to get that together. As you see how it just wants to be wild and free. But this guy looks good. Decent size, decent weight. We'll have to see how he stacks up against some other Megafigs. You know, sometimes these Megafigs are smaller than others. Then we have some that were huge, like Swamp Thing. So it just depends, I guess. But he looks good, classic comic book look. I think the boots are a little too high. My wife made fun of him. She said they look like go-go boots. He looks like a stripper, in her opinion. And I didn't even think about that until she pointed it out. But the boots are way higher than what would be comic accurate. Even on the back of the box, his boots don't come up that high. Like, he has on thigh-high boots for real. Like, his boots are almost up to his little diaper. So, could have been a little shorter. A little shorter. But he looks good. I like the texture on the arms. Looks like he's made out of cement or rock. You can see the veins. The clothes have wrinkles in them in the appropriate places. That head sculpt is amazing. I love that Omega beam. The gritted teeth. The Darkseid medallion or emblem holding his cape together. I mean, it's really basic, but that's how the comic Darkseid was. It captures the essence of that, so can't argue. Does have pins, but it's double jointed knees, single jointed elbows, no bicep cut. The arms, as you just saw, they come out very easily. Like, every time I pose this guy, I pull his arms out. He has a butterfly joint. Doesn't go back too far because the arm is going to pop out if you try to go back too far. But that's not a major issue. Not mad. Looks like there's no full turn on the head, which is interesting. Huh. Doesn't look up at all, just straight. Looks down a lot, or enough for him being a tall guy. So you want him to be able to look down on the smaller individuals. No ab crunch. We got waist rotation. It's very stubborn. You hear that? You don't have an ab crunch, but he does. He does go back. I guess you call that a waist crunch. I don't know, but you can get him to go back, not really forward. Ankle rocker, toe articulation. It looks like no ankle pivot. Yeah, a little bit. I don't know if it's just my figure, but his movement is very stingy. There's the arm again. So that's just something to note. The arms are gonna pop out on you. But he looks good. I mean, this is the best representation of Darkseid to me so far. I never was interested in the Justice League movie Darkseid. Like, that didn't do it for me. It didn't look like him to me. That's not the Darkseid that I grew up with. So, and I was disappointed in his role or his significance in that movie. So I didn't opt to get that one. There's his leg. That's the first time his leg came off on me. So this guy, even though he was a solo release figure, he's giving me Build-A-Figure vibes, the way his limbs so easily come off. But I am willing to overlook that because aesthetically, I think he looks great. Not real posable, but posable enough. Got the wrist hinge, that's very good. So you see how far forward and back that goes. 360-degree turn on there. Decent split, I guess. Overall, I like them. My only gripe would be the high boots and just how stiff he is in some places. But let's check out this. Check out the other head sculpt and see if we could get a 360-degree turn with the other head sculpt. I don't know, but I don't like the fact that we can't get a full turn. That's concerning. You see, that's what we're working with as far as the head. See those two together. I don't know which one I should display them with. Tell me in the comments which one you like the best, because I'm really torn. So we got that, which looks outstanding. Yeah, we got that. Nothing spectacular, but just a good, strong, solid head sculpt. So which one do you like the best? Well, let's see if we can get a 360-degree turn on this one. I say whichever one we can turn completely, maybe that's the one we should roll with. And you can see that's the base for the head. The cape does not come off because it's mounted to the medallion. So looks like it could possibly come off, but it's not really made to come off. Okay, and here we are with the other head portrait. Not bad, not bad. And it's hard to decide. I think I'm leaning towards this one, but I like them both. So now let's see if his head can... Oh, it came off when I tried to make a full turn. So no, so what I am seeing is if you port this guy's head all the way down on the peg like it's supposed to be, then he will not turn his head all the way around. And then as far as looking up, he does not look up at all. He just looks straight ahead. If you want him to look up, you'll have to create an optical illusion by just leaning his torso back, I guess. Like so. So yeah, see? I got it to turn all the way that time, but the head popped off. If you turn it all the way, the head's gonna pop off. So this is essentially a Build-A-Figure that's being packaged and sold as a standalone figure, because I only have problems with my Build-A-Figures appendages coming apart like this. Like whenever you try to do anything significant with this guy, things pop off. And like I said, that doesn't bother me too much, as long as I can get the limbs and things in to the point where they stay when it's on the shelf. Because it's not like I'm out here like playing with these guys every day physically. They're on the shelf. They're being displayed. So once you do get the pose that you want and you get them on the shelf, it doesn't matter if things pop out, because they're not going to pop out if you're not touching it. So That's how I feel about it. Some may disagree, but as long as I can get it in a pose and on the shelf, I am happy. Because on the shelf, nobody will know that his joints pop out. So because of that issue and because of the lack of an ab crunch, bicep swivel, and the high boots, and the unruly cape. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like having a soft goods cape, but this cape seems like it's going to be hard to deal with as far as getting it in a real pose. It's kind of just like in the wind doing its own thing. So because of all of that, I'm going to give this guy an 8 out of 10. Which is rare for me. We know I'm king 10 out of 10 because what do I always say? I only buy what I like. And I do like this. But every now and then I try to give an objective, unbiased opinion or review. And if I'm doing that today, I would have to say 8 out of 10 because it's just too many quirks. Like, the leg came out, both arms came out, and the head popped off while doing this video. So you guys saw it yourselves. You see how high the boots are. You see, I showed you that that's not accurate to the comic. So even though overall I feel like it's a stellar figure and it's going to look amazing on the shelf, I got to give it an 8 out of 10. That's my review. That's my grade, 8 out of 10, which is not bad. That's a B. So if you had to ask me whether you should cop it or not, I would say yes, cop it. I think it's coppable. I wouldn't leave it on the shelf. It's not a peg warmer by any means, but just know it has some quirks. It's not perfect. So that's my review on Darkseid, DC Classic, Mcfarlane Toys. And I'm going to leave you with some size comparisons. Look at that. Arm popped out again. I just want to change this hand to this pointing hand because I'm sure I just made my decision, I think. I'm going to have him pointing with the Omega Beam head sculpt. Yeah, something to that effect. That's what we'll do. Yeah, I like that. So, until next time, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified when we come out with new content. And guess what, y'all? I got my first, I guess, can I say hot toy? It's Sideshow Hono Studios Wolverine 1/6 scale. So I'm calling it a hot toy. I mean, it's the same parent company. So this will be my first ever 1/6 scale hot toy or Sideshow figure. So I tracked it. It's supposed to be here Thursday. Today is Sunday. So I'm excited for that. And you can bet your bottom dollar we're going to do a review video on that. I've been waiting since December to get this guy. So stay tuned for that. And that should be a good one. Until then, like I said, go cop that if you have a chance. Got mine off Amazon. They still have them. 39 bucks. Go ahead. Treat yourself. He falls apart, but he looks nice. So if you're not somebody that's a toy photographer or somebody that's constantly playing and posing on your figures, you should be okay. So until next time, peace out. Keep hunting. just for a Megafig size comparison, you see Darkseid here with the Kryptonite Doomsday. And here's Darkseid up against the Bane Megafig. So he's a decent size.